What is going on? It is your favorite teacher, Mr. P, back on NBA 2K17. Playing a little bit of my career, not necessarily because I want to. It's the easiest thing for me to record right now without having to wait hours and hours and hours to get a game. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit of a story about that. It's something I've been dealing with my entire life. In NBA 2K17, just like real life, when you go to the park, when you go to my park and you want to go play a game, you want to get a pickup game, you are basically at the will of other people who want to play with you. So one, you either have to find somebody who wants to play with you. You have to, well, basically, that's it. You really just have to find somebody who wants to play with you. Again, I've been dealing with that stuff my entire life. Take you back to high school. In high school, I played pickup basketball everywhere in Northwest Indiana. You name it, I played there. Portage, Maryville, Crown Point, Gary, Griffith, Munster. If there was a park where people were playing, I was playing. I had a buddy who I played with all the time. And let me tell you, it wasn't always the easiest thing for us to go there and get a game. Usually you go there, you're trying to get on with the next person who's playing. You want to say hi?
Hi guys.
I just got called for goaltending. So guess what I'm telling them about?
What?
About how I used to play basketball in high school and people wouldn't want to play with me just because they saw the way I looked. They looked at me and thought I couldn't play basketball. Do you believe that? Do you think I can play basketball? You played with me.
Yeah. I know you can.
You know I can? Well, in high school, guess what?
What?
We used to go to courts, like around here, like at parks, and people wouldn't pick me up. They wouldn't want to play with me. Is that crazy?
Yeah.
And that's how you know you're good, right? If people want to play with you, right, that means you're good,
Yeah.
right? So guess what I had to do?
What?
I had to prove how good I was. How do you think I did that?
Played with a couple college basketball players.
Well, I did that, yeah. But when they played with me, after they played with me, do you think they thought I was good?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I usually had to actually play with them one time. And once they played with me one time, guess what?
What?
They knew I was good, right? And then I wouldn't have to wait as often. And one!
And one. Wait, do you only get one free throw?
Yep, since I made it, right? That's why it's called and one, not and two. But you stayed home today, huh? Tell them why you stayed home.
Because I threw up last night.
Yeah, that was a giant mess. So my entire life I've dealt with not wanting to get picked up. And now I'm back on 2K playing in my park, and guess who doesn't want to pick me up there? Oh, that could have been bad. That could have been, well, could have been really good. So, started playing 2K, go to my park. Obviously, it's a similar situation. So they see my 1 next to my name, and they don't want to play with me, which is fine, whatever. I'll do what I've done in my whole life. I wait. I bide my time. I wait until my turn to get next, and then I show them what I can do. And then they'll want to play with me. And I did that down at Purdue. I don't know how many times. Anytime there was a new guy in the co-rec who had next that didn't know me, I'd have to wait. I play with a guy one time. That's all it takes. One time is all it takes. They play with me once, they're always going to pick me up. I've never had that issue ever after playing with somebody. So that's what I do. I'm trying to record videos on my park, but I gotta sit there and wait for next, and people keep passing me up, which is fine. There's different levels of respect you can have with people. Let's say 7 or 8 guys waiting. Usually there's more than 5. Let's say you're one of those 7 or 8 guys. He's got to pick 5 of the best. Obviously, you should be one of them. So that's one level of respect that someone can have for you. They're just gonna pick you up. You're going to be one of their top 5 guys out of a string of 5 or 10 guys. Whoever's waiting. There are higher levels of respect than that, even. One of those is if you're actually playing. So you're playing a game, someone else has neck, and you lose. Unwritten, no. There are some kind of unwritten rules that you follow, but they're not absolute rules. Like, so for example, if there are 7, 8 guys waiting, you pick your 5 guys from the 7 or 8 guys who have been waiting to play. You don't go to someone who's just been playing. Now, there are times when I think this is okay. One is if the competition is really good and you don't want to lose and otherwise you're off the court, then I think that's more than fine. But if the competition is so good that if you lose, you might have to wait an hour before you get another game, then I say pick up your best 5 guys, even if they're on the losing team. I mean, why should you have to wait around? Now, if there's 13, 14 guys there, and you're basically guaranteed to only have to wait 1 game before you play again, and you start picking up guys on the losing team, that's kind of a no-no. You're going to play next anyway, so there are times when it's okay that you pick up someone off a losing team, and there are times when it's kind of a no-no. Now, the other situation. Now, the other situation is when, now this probably doesn't happen as much, but it has happened to me as well as for me in my benefit. So, let's say you're waiting to play next. One, a guy can tell you he's got a buddy on his way and hold a spot for somebody. That one's not too bad. There's a respect level to waiting for somebody you know is good. If you don't know somebody's on the way, but somebody better shows up and you have next and you've already told 5 guys that you're going to play with them, now you have a little situation. You play with the 5 guys that you've already asked to play. Or you go to one of those guys. Oh, halftime. I'll be back after halftime. Let me skip through all this stuff. Let's say this is the scenario. There are 30 guys on the court waiting for next. So if you lose, you're going to be off the court for a while. You might not get another game. And you have 5 guys. Someone walks up that you know is better than anybody else at the court. What do? Do you play with the 5 guys that you've already talked to? Or do you give yourself the best opportunity to stay on the court? Walk over to someone you've already talked to and say, look, there's someone here that's better. I'm going to go ahead and pick them up. Sorry, you're not playing with me. That could take some gusto. I mean, that's probably not always, that's not an easy conversation to have. I picked you up, but look, there's someone here better than you, and I want to play with them instead, and you're off. So not only are they going to be not playing next, but now there might be a couple other teams that have next after you that already have 5 guys. So not only do they get dropped from playing with you, but they get dropped maybe 3 or 4 games. And again, had you not picked them up, they probably would have been next on one of the following team. And I mean, that's not an easy conversation to have, to basically tell a guy, look, you're not playing with me, and now you're going to have to wait who knows how long. Again, it causes people to get upset and angry, and again, it's happened to me, and I've been on the other end of it. At Purdue, I think I became one of those guys that, I mean, no matter what, I had the respect of most people there, and I wasn't going to wait more than a single game to play, no matter what the situation, unless you've earned that respect, and that is what I've done my entire life. I've tried to earn that respect, and I think that's what most basketball players do. They want to earn the respect of not having to wait and wait and wait to play next. As bad as it sounds, you want to be the guy taking someone else's spot, so you're not waiting. People have looked at me my whole life, and they don't see a basketball player necessarily. And I've had to prove myself time and time again. But you know what? That's sometimes what it takes. That's sometimes what you got to do. I've almost made it a personal challenge. Oh, you don't want to pick me up? Now I hope you win, because I am going to play next after that. And I hope you win so you play me next. And in those situations, I take it personal. Now you're going to guard me one-on-one, or if not, I'm going to talk trash to you until you do. And I'm definitely going to guard you. I'm going to take on that challenge. And I'm going to show you why you should have picked me. I'm going to have to prove myself just scoring all over you, locking you up, not letting you score. Tie game. Those are ones where I want to have the best game I can. That's kind of my perspective on it. I mean, It's something I've dealt with my entire life. I've always been on both ends of it. But there is nothing better than getting dropped by somebody or having somebody say they're not going to pick you up, or trying to say you're not one of the next 5 guys available,
Dad.
and then getting to play against them the game after and going at them and trying to destroy them. There it is, the W. I'm going to end this one here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy my talks about basketball, my careers, my perspectives, my thoughts. Stay tuned for the next one. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. If you have any comments, yet to see any challenges, I appreciate all the support. Thank you for watching. And as always, deuces.
Peace out. Boom, 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 boom.